Thanks for that very gracious introduction, Susan. I appreciate your mentioning teaching. Pews are conferred for transformative research. It's a great gig. There are no mandatory duties. The university does not get cheated. We appoint only monomaniac workaholics who like to teach. Teachers can make a huge difference. I was told I might like to comment on some of my most memorable teachers. I pointed out that I wished I'd never met some of them. But others gave me great advice, still vivid in my memory nearly half a century further on. They not only taught me a lot about the books we were reading, they helped me think about the point of my life and my career. The point of reading is not to see what happens. That's passive reading. Literature exists as commentary on life and choices. The point is to help students think about life choices, values, and goals. I'm proud of the number of students who tell me, sometimes years later, that I changed their lives. I got an email last week from someone who departed 32 years ago, wanting to tell me I'd helped him find a way to a good life. That pleases me. More typically, last summer, a woman's head popped around my office door, and she said, "You won't recognize me." I didn't. I'm terribly bad at names and faces. It's embarrassing. She said, "I took your Shakespeare course 10 years ago. Listened to what you had to say, thought about it, dumped the boyfriend, went to law school. I've got a great life." Women should not be dangerously dependent. By all means, make a happy marriage. I've been happily married for 50 years, a year ago come June. But everyone should have his or her own professional life and financial independence. Teaching is deeply rewarding, but we really do need the help in money, advice, and mentoring that alumni give both students and faculty, and we're deeply grateful for your help and support. We want our students to learn how to think seriously and productively. I ask every student, often privately in the office, sometimes in class, what are you? What defines you? What makes you what you are? What gives point to your life? What do you need to do to make that life work? My own short answer would be, I'm a theater historian and a teacher, though also a lover of cats, Mozart, and good food. I believe in talking with students. My syllabi always have a polite request, which is a requirement. Every student must come to my office for a personal conversation before the end of the first month of class. Those conversations typically run 15 to 20 minutes, and sometimes longer. Had nearly 100 undergraduates in 2 courses in the fall. Took more than 30 hours to get through those conferences. Worth it. It brings them back much more comfortable talking to me. Just one example. I had a freshman engineer who said he loved mechanical engineering, but civil was safer in terms of jobs. Came back twice during the semester. We talked for a couple of hours in all. He came up to me the last day of class and said, "I've thought about what I learned in this course. I'm going to do mechanical. I'll make it work." I believe he will. Students ultimately have to make their own choices, but mentoring can be extremely important. Students need to talk with successful adults who can explain their own struggles and choices. Alumni can be amazingly helpful as mentors, something which we really, really appreciate. Is literature useless? Absolutely not, both in personal and practical terms. We try to help students learn to think analytically, to solve problems, and to write clear and persuasive solutions. The process is not all that different in chemistry, which is where I started, political science, see Susan, or English literature. And the skills we try to inculcate are transferable to almost any job that does not consist of pushing a broom. The story of how I moved from chemistry to aesthetic philosophy to English literature to theater and opera history and on to historical economics is a good illustration of life evolution to pass on to students. Some skills translate. Let me end with a comment. The college has improved enormously since I came here as a very young full professor in 1977, same year as Ray. In both teaching and research, we've come a long way, especially in the last 24 years under Susan's guidance. I believe in what we're doing and in its importance to our students' lives. My wife and I have no children. We're well paid, gets a chair professor, also a chair professor in English. We've been wonderfully successful with our investments. We are leaving the bulk of our estate to the College of Liberal Arts and the library, though we are reserving a bit to provide for the cats. The Commonwealth of Pennsylvania is not supporting Penn State very generously. It's under 3% of our budget. But our alumni have supported us splendidly with time, mentoring, and money, and we deeply appreciate it.